And we're now live on Facebook. So
Yes,
we're experimenting today. Yvonne's the perfect person to experiment with. Hopefully you guys can hear us and see us. Let me know, because we have 2 cameras going at once. I'm used to seeing people come up and down on that, so I hope that people can actually see me, right? Okay, so there's people on there. We're doing something. Somebody's on. Okay, Instagram looks like it's working. Tell us if you can see us or hear us on Facebook. Okay, look, somebody joined. Robert, let me know you can hear me. So welcome. This is going to be new. I'm learning, but this is a goal for 2018. Thank you guys for joining. We have 2 cameras going at once, and I haven't done this since my old adult film days. So
it's called Double Live.
Double Live. I got you double live. Hey, Tracy, you're here. I love it. Okay, so welcome to Friday. This is our last show of scheduled show anyway for 2017. It's we have one more after this. Mm-hmm. Show 85 is the trivia show where I get to tell everybody, looks good, working well. Okay, perfect. We get to tell everybody who finally won the trivia contest. And those prizes will be available next week. I'm going to post pictures of them so you know what you won. But we also want to talk about the cool stuff we have going on in 2018. And Yvonne was kind enough to volunteer. Probably she didn't want to, but she's so good. She's such a great sport. And so when I said, let's try the dual live, she said, sure, let's go for it. So welcome back. Thanks for all you do for the show. Yeah. Yvonne's such a great marketing partner. She's amazing and does so many good things for us and helps me out and puts up with all of my 10,000 questions.
I do it for the wine.
You do? Cheers to that. And Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody. So we have had an amazing 2017 on the show. Like, it's come to full fruition. You were here at the beginning, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
So the first show with Gert, which was back in August, never understood what we were going to do, never understood how far this would come. And now we've got all of these cool plans that we have for 2018. And I want to talk about the marketing, and I want to talk about all of the involvement you have, because I feel like I don't give Yvonne and her team enough acknowledgement at Advantage 80/20 for all of the patience and support that they give me. So thank you, first of all.
You're welcome.
Never too late for wine, Alex. You are absolutely right. Or this, whatever's in here, allegedly vanilla vodka. It's very good. So let's go through some of the things that we are planning for 2018. 2017 was all about figuring out how to look at the camera, how to set up the camera for me, and then try to figure out what direction we were going with the show. Mm-hmm. And then the show you guys have been so supportive, and the show has taken on a life of its own, and it's become this community thing where people are super engaged, which I love. Or vodka, you're right, Alex. Joe Thomas, see, this is why people are engaged. You feed the soul every day, and I appreciate that. To this bigger thing, it's become bigger than I ever anticipated it to be. And so out of that, we have been brainstorming a lot, me, Yvonne, her team, trying to come up with how we expand or how we grow with the growth. And so there have been a lot of questions, a lot of comments. I love your input, so you can keep giving us your input. But let's talk before we announce the trivia, and we've got some more gifts, prizes to give away today too. But let's talk about what we're going to do in 2018. And one of the reasons why I wanted Yvonne on here, other than she can put up with me, if she's not afraid to have a cocktail before noon, if I force her.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if I force her. She's just been so important in the development of all of our ideas. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So
corrupting me with wine.
I'm a corrupter, right? So let's talk about. So there's actually so many things I'm excited about for 2018. We are going to start trying to do dual live more often. So this is our first try at it. You guys can make comments. You can tell us what you think. You can tell me on, hey, Commissioner McMullen, I see you on Instagram. Okay, so this is good. So you can make comments, make sure that we're doing it right, because this is going to be a live and learn, just like we did with the show from the beginning. So there are so many avenues of things that we can do to expand the show, expand the audience, and expand the impact that our guests have to the world and to the community. And there's a whole bunch that we're going to do. So let's start. Patreon, right?
Patreon.
So nobody knows what Patreon is.
Well, you call it Patron.
I call it Patron because that's me. But Patreon is this really cool platform that has a lot to do with, it started with gaming. Stephen, actually, from your team, came up with the idea, but Yvonne has become an expert at it because I have so many questions. I'm a pain. So she's learned it a lot, and you're going to implement it with some of your other clients too. So
absolutely.
What a great platform. So tell them a little bit about it, because if I explain it, I'm not going to give it justice.
So, not Patron, but Patreon. But we can change the name anytime. It goes back to, say, the Renaissance, when we had creators, whether it's artists or writers, they would have patrons who would give them money to let them, allow them the freedom to create and do their craft. Because they were starving. You've all heard the starving artists. Starving artists. So that has now taken on a platform called Patreon, where people can pay patronage to a creator of. Could be
I think
podcast.
I'm a creator in this whole thought process.
You are. Yes. Who knew, right?
Who knew? Merry Christmas, Steve Grawl, by the way. I see you.
So Ted's putting out content, his podcasts or his Facebook Live shows, and there are people who would, there's content that we want to be able to put out that some people may want to see and others may not. So they can opt in and become a subscriber and have that money fulfill the goal of what Ted wants to bring to light, his creation. So
creation.
So they're funding your creation.
I love that.
So it's a great forum. It's for anyone. So I encourage you to go on. It's patreon.com.
Yes.
And check it out, because you can fund life that you'd like.
And if you want help with it, which is exactly what I need, you should reach out to Yvonne, because they really have, since I came into the picture, now they have really worked it out and tweaked out, because it's a lot. It's a lot of content. You really have to set it up so that it actually makes sense for the people who want to engage. And some of the ideas that we have are having an after show that's not so, because the show that we have here is mostly very sweet, heartfelt. We don't get into anything too controversial. Lots of tears, lots of laughter. We want to expand on that. And people have a lot of things that they don't say on the show out of respect for our audience and the basic way that we have set the show up. So we want to have kind of an after show where we really get to the nitty gritty and people are able to discuss things that they may not want to discuss live, and they may only want to discuss with people who are willing to buy into that content.
And there's plenty of people who want to support Ted and they don't know how. So this gives them an outlet to be able to support him. By having these, they have tiers, and people pay money, or they think of it as donation of money or funding his creation. So this gives you that outlet to be able to fund his works, and the things that come from those works can be merchandise.
Correct.
Ted merchandise that everyone's been asking for.
We're working on that. T-shirts and mugs. T-shirts and mugs.
T-shirts and mugs, and then people have been coming to him and asking him, "How can I get involved? How can I help?"
Yes.
And this is going to give them one of the ways, an outlet for them to help the show and help him be creative in any way he can with this platform.
And support all of our guests. I think one of the great things about coming on the show, you get to tell your story, but I also want you to benefit from it as a guest and as an audience in a way that's beneficial to you from a business perspective as well, to get your message out and to not come on here and QVC and sell your wares, but definitely come on here and your message is what connects you to people in your audience. And therefore, what are they going to do? If you're a business owner or you have a service or product, they're going to want to buy it as soon as they realize that you're somebody they can connect with. So Patreon has a lot of power to help us drive that further. And I'm super excited about that. I really am. So, all right. And so we have other things, because you have really been working on one of the things that we're cross-promoting is the Realtor Showcase. And we have a lot of Realtors who come on, but this could apply to any business. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Realtor, but that is Yvonne's focus mostly. Mm-hmm. And so that's also mine as a loan officer. See, I actually said it in a show. Wow. So there you go. Wow, I know, right?
You know what you do.
I don't know. It's going to get me in trouble, but I love it. So, no, it's true. But a Realtor Showcase was such a brilliant idea, and you all came up with that, your team.
Yeah.
So talk about the Realtor Showcase.
Well, we wanted to we work with realtors, and our focus is to help them build relationships and strengthen the relationships that they have with their database. But there's nothing to say that we couldn't help the realtor as well expand their audience. And having a platform such as TED, his reach is growing and growing and growing, as you all know. So having the ability to have a realtor come on his realtor showcase, where he interviews that individual and brings their stories to life, because the things that we're building for our agents are those strengthening of relationships come from stories of that agent and what their passion is and what their background, and just all of those things put together. This is such a great forum for them to come and have that one-on-one with Ted, but expand it to his audience.
Correct.
So the Realtor Showcase is going to be something that is for a collaboration between Ted and I for our clients, so that they can have that time and also expand their reach.
Because a lot of times, especially realtors or any business owners or people who are trying to sell their wares, products, or services, you're so focused on the product or service that you forget that it's all about them really liking you. If they don't like you or feel like you're relatable, then they're not going to want to list with you, sell, buy with you. So what we're going to create, this isn't going to be something where we're going to read off the MLS, your listing and the beautiful description you might have done. We're going to get to know you and maybe focus on a property or two. I mean, we want to make sure that it's beneficial for you. But the whole point is for people to get to know you better. And what you're going to be able to do with those videos is you're going to be able to utilize that to do whatever you want to do, sell more, list more, recruit. So there's definitely a huge benefit to the Realtor Showcase. And you don't have to worry that you think you don't have a story. You don't have to worry. I promise you I will get it out of you. We will figure it out. Everyone has a story. So this will be a unique way to get your message out without being too salesy.
Yes.
And that can apply across the board to any business that you're in. So obviously we're focusing on Realtor Showcase first because that's our basic database and clientele. But any business can benefit from this. And I think that if you just have a venue or a platform like this to tell your story, you're going to be able to utilize that and get a lot more business in.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion. So when Yvonne brought that to me, I thought it was such a great idea. And it's going to be separate from the TED show. We're going to either live it or record it, or maybe we're going to try both. We're not really sure yet, but we're going to experiment with you. And that's also the great thing about the audience and the guests, as people are willing to take the risk, kind of like today.
Absolutely.
I was like, Yvonne, let's do it. Come on. So now we've got 2 videos going.
Absolutely.
So what else are we doing? We've got so much going on.
I have the cooking show.
All right. So one of the ideas we have on Patreon. So I have so many friends that are in the business, and as you guys probably know, I don't know how to I don't know how to cook anything. I think I know how to make cheesy bagels. My kids say,
that's my thing.
Right? That's my thing.
Yeah,
I can put cheese on a bagel and put it in the toaster oven.
But you have to tell them the trick, though.
What's the trick?
You have to cut the hole in the middle.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm terrible. I don't even do that. I'm a
cheesy
horrible
bagels,
person.
and you have to poke the hole.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the cheese will get all over the toaster oven.
So I don't do that either, which is probably why I'm in trouble all the time. One of the reasons.
Oh.
But I also boiled water for the first time in 27 years to help to make food for my son the other night. Ramen. I mean, seriously.
Wow.
But everyone kept asking, so you know how to boil water? Because nobody's seen me do it. I haven't had to do it, thankfully. But there are so many things that I want to learn. So we thought that learning some of the basics cooking, maybe working with Shirley Stamper, or even David Pagan, who was on the show recently, or many of the other people who are in the food industry, in the chef and the catering industry, to do a show, a recorded show or a live show. Again, we're going to play with this just to kind of see. I mean, obviously the reality of it is there's got to be humor in it, because I don't know what anything looks like. I couldn't tell you what a teaspoon is.
Oh, we should definitely have the utensils, and you have to name each one of them.
Oh, yeah. No,
and you'll come up with crazy names.
I will totally come up with crazy names. Think Little Mermaid, like doppelganger, or doppelganger, or whatever she said. So those are the things that's one idea that I have, because that's real life stuff where we can educate and we can entertain, and we can get somebody like a Shirley or a David, we can get them out there. And it's not just a buy Shirley, book Shirley, or book David. It's a real interactive kind of show where you get to see the craziness of me and get to see the amazing things that people do. And hopefully, honestly, I'll learn how to make a grilled cheese. I don't know how to make an egg. I know, I really don't.
What can you mean, make an egg?
I don't know how to
lay an egg?
I don't know how to cook an egg. I probably know how to lay an egg, that's for sure.
No.
I don't know how to cook one.
Wow.
I know that's terrible.
That's
I think I know how to crack one because I had home ec in 7th grade.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I think I've cracked an egg. Anyway, so those are the ideas, and we have a lot of those in the background that we really want to get out to you all. Not that you want to see my face all the time. We're definitely we're gonna make sure that these are timely, and you're not having to go, okay, which of the TED shows is this? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? It's not going to be like that because we're still going to keep the organicness of this show in its purest form. So that's just an idea that we had. All right, what else do we have?
We're just talking about doing live videos.
Yes, doing more live videos, but also, so one of the things I would love for you to do today is spread the word. We really want to do the live videos on the TED Show Facebook page. I'm almost at 5,000. I can't add pretty much anyone else after today. You'll have to follow me on my regular page here. But if you can like the TED Show page on Facebook, the plan is in 2018 is to start doing the shows live from that page. That's where I really want to drive all the traffic. We want to build that out. We want to build out the site. So if you can like the page today, anybody who likes the page today, we've got some gifts to give away, some fun things. So if you do like the page and you message me or you text me afterward and say, hey, Ted, I like the page, that would be really helpful. And that's what you're going to see some private messages come across from me during the holiday season. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Can you please go over to the TED Show and like the page? Because I'd really like the first broadcast in January to be from that page. And so I have a lot more people on this page, obviously, who can tune in. So having people on that other page is really helpful.
Oh, absolutely. And your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to launch. So we're launching Patron. We're launching Patron. Let's call it Patron. We're going to launch Patron. And I have a YouTube channel that is the TED Show. And I think if you search Welcome to the TED Show, that's what it's under on YouTube. So we're going to have the videos there. We're going to really build that channel out as well. I just had somebody, Lily, and I want to give props to the Maples, Sean and John and Michael, and of course Renee. There was a guest from season 8 or season 3 of The Voice, Lily McLeod, and I reached out to her to do remote videos, and she's traveling the world singing and on tour. She said, let me know what your YouTube channel is. Well, there's like 8 videos on there. We're working on it. She found one. She found Laverius Slaughter, who was a guest on the show. And she said, I want his contact information. I want to know about his play, and I want to interact with him. So there's a power there between if I do the right promotion, which I'm working with Yvonne and her team, and other people like Aaron Ward. Yeah. I mean, I have many people that are helping me tremendously. Then we can get the word out more about the guests, about what you are doing in the community, because your Facebook page is small and mine is too. But together, if we start combining that and really tagging people and utilizing the power of social media, we can get the word out. Absolutely. And so she's an international recording artist. And so that's an amazing thing that just one sending her to my YouTube page, engaged her with one of my guests. So, and then she agreed. She messaged me and said she'd love to be on the show. So that's big stuff. So that's good for us. It's good for all of us. This isn't just good for me. It's good for anybody.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. Definitely with me, it takes like 10 villages, just for the record. So that's sort of the recap. Did I miss anything for 2018? We have so much good stuff going on, and you guys have been amazing. I want to thank, and we have more stuff that I'll cover.
It's a TTS mixer.
Oh, so we're going to do, I've had a lot of requests for this, and then I'll get to trivia. The TED Show mixer. We're actually going to create, and we're working on it, and I'd like to do one in January, but it might have to wait till February, a mixer that is unlike any other networking event. It's not going to be a meat market. It's not going to have drinks that I wouldn't drink. It's going to be a little bit higher end, and we're going to be very strategic about the people that we include, because there are so many people in this community who go to networking events, and I love all the networkers out there, that their biggest complaint is it's the same people over and over and over again. So The idea is to create a mixer based sort of on the concept of the TED Show. Community, sole proprietors, people who are trying to get their message out for their charities, and really be purposeful. Thanks to Thomas Waterman for that word, purposeful in the mixer, so that you're getting more out of it. You're not just going up to the bar, getting a drink you hate, and one drink ticket, and you're interacting with someone who's giving out their business card and there's no real relationship building. I want it to be a little bit more engaging. Thanks, Hap. I want it to be a little bit more engaging and a lot more purposeful. So February, look for that. I don't think I can pull it off in January, and we have a lot of venues that are very interested in hosting it. So we can get them business. And as you can see, it's just a ripple effect of getting people business. And that's really what we want: community, cohesiveness, engagement, networking, and relationships. So that's what the TED Show Mixer is going to be like.
Great. And I have one more thing to add.
Yes, please.
Because we talked about Patron, and Patron has its own platform.
It should.
It does. But there's other opportunities outside of that for sponsoring the TED Show. So, your business can help TED, and TED will have you on his show. Or maybe so much say, in the olden days, back in the olden days, there was things called "This show sponsored by Chevrolet." Or this program is brought to you by Colgate, and we were talking way back.
Yes, I remember. And then the announcer said something about Colgate.
Yeah, a little thing about Colgate. I mean, even Johnny Carson would hold up the product and say, this is Colgate, but best whatever. But those days are gone. We do have though the opportunity to sponsor shows and have your name of your company included in a show, or maybe there's products that you'd like to have included in the show, say, such as a glass of wine. Maybe you're a vineyard. Maybe you're a distributor. Maybe you're a spirits distributor, or maybe you have equipment you'd like to donate to the program, so that you could have maybe a better quality camera. We'll talk about your services as a photographer, things like that. There's always opportunity that's networking, right? Is that
That's
networking?
Totally networking.
It's like networking. So how we can network with your business, with the TED Show, so many opportunities to do that. And the word sponsorship sounds, maybe old fashioned. So let's think outside of the box on that one,
right? And
see how people can get their business included with the TED Show and be helpful in this community.
I'm so glad that you remember that. So that was something I did want to talk about. So it's definitely sponsorship's the old fashioned word. She's right. Partnership.
Yes.
Partnership's a great word, but getting you out to the thousands and thousands of people that watch the show every week, getting your name in front of them, tagging you in social media. It's actually, in this day and age, a very easy way. There's an easy way to reach more people than in the old days. Chevrolet, yes.
Yeah, remember?
Chevrolet Ted. Ted, would you like to have a live acoustic musician play your mixer? Yes.
Yes.
I love that. Perfect, Alex. That's awesome. And those are the kinds of things. So when we're engaging, that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about. There is no right or wrong answer going into 2018. We have so many ideas, and we love your input. You guys give it to me all the time, and I appreciate it. I never, ever, ever don't appreciate how much you guys are impacting the show and making me think outside the box. But yes, partnerships, sponsorships for 2018, Absolutely. We're definitely looking. And it can be as simple as me announcing your name as a sponsor on the show or a partner on the show, a couple of shows a week, and then making sure you are tagged in every social media post that we do on all of the platforms. So it's very easy, very non-intrusive. And that's the other thing. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to have a 2-minute commercial break every time. This is going to be very much an engaged thing, which is what people used to do on TV. Yes, yeah. You just talk about the product. And honestly, if I can't talk about your product, I probably won't be able to have you on, because people can tell I'm very transparent and authentic, and people will 100% be able to tell, oh God, Ted doesn't use that. Like, and that's okay. Good. That's what I want you to do. So never think that we're going to, I hate to use this word, but like bastardize the show. We're really going to keep it legit and pure as much as possible. In 2018, we're just going to expand the way that we do that. So
that's right. That's how you build those synergies.
So thank you for reminding me.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So trivia. Mm-hmm. So we we have major people who have been amazing about trivia. Kat Brower donated some things. Eileen, and we'll talk about them in a minute. Eileen Winfrey donated. The Citrus Club donated. Eddie Nickel donated. And we have this whole group of people who we had so much fun on the show. It was very hard to track who gave the right answers or not, because between me and Eileen and Kat, I think we overtalked each other the entire time. So can you borrow that jacket? Yes, Jason, you absolutely can. Hey, Mitch, it's good to see you online. And Hap, you can definitely provide the entertainment. Bring some of the kids on. So let's talk about it. So I had to go through, and my son helped me, Hunter helped me. We had to go through and really see what the answers were, because it's all stream of consciousness on that show, as you know. So I've got four people who got the most answers. It was a 4-way tie. So what we're going to give, and I'm going to post pictures at the end, and we're going to give you exactly what you won, but I'm going to tell you some of the prizes. We've got two beautiful chocolate, and I wanted to post. I posted the picture today online. You saw those beautiful baskets. Those two go to the top 2 people, along with a gift certificate from Eddie Nichols' restaurant, Funky Monkey, which is out on iDrive in Point Orlando. It's a $25 gift certificate. It's awesome out there. They have sushi. They have an amazing live show. You guys can Google it, and I'll put all the information up. But such a great thing for everybody to give away. So the first person that won, who had the most, was Joe Nellis, and I don't see him on here, but I'm going to tag these people. You don't have to be present to win. I'm not that kind of person. So Joe Nellis and Dennis Burgess got the baskets, the baskets with there's some coffee in there and chocolates, and they're beautiful baskets. It took every ounce of my being the last month and a half not to eat them. So, but I know Kat Brower would have killed me if I did, and so would have Eileen. And then also Jennifer Coburn and Jill Gentry. Jayco and Jill were the other two. So they get a gift certificate. The next two, they get a gift certificate from Funky Monkey, and then Jennifer gets because we went just in line. She's the one that answered them fastest too. So we had to go through that too, because a lot of you answered the same questions, but like we said on the show, it's whoever piped in. Jennifer gets the Citrus Club lunch for 2. Nice. So congratulations to all of you. There are still gift certificates because Eddie Nickel was so kind and gave me enough to give out our number 2 people, but I didn't want to spend the rest of the show because we're almost at 30 minutes going through that, but I'm going to tag all of the people. So there are $25 gift certificates for another 4 of you, and I will post that when we do it. So thanks for your patience. Thanks to our sponsors and people who donated for that. I have a lot of people who have wanted to donate, so we're going to have another trivia edition in January because I have people that want to give me stuff to give away, and I love that. Restaurants, bars, just so much cool stuff. So, but we want to give some more away today. I saved a few of Eddie's gift certificates. So anybody who's on, I wanted to ask a few Christmas trivia questions. And it's whoever the first person is or whoever gets the most answers right. Actually, that's what we should do, right?
Yes,
most answers?
Most answers right.
Most answers right. And then the person who has gets it in the quickest. So that's how we'll kind of figure it out. All right, so you can ask the first one.
Okay. What year did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first appear on television?
All right, so what year did Rudolph appear on television? Why do I know this? Because it's the year I was born. And if I get anybody who says 1950 or 1940, you are automatically excluded from winning. So what is the year that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first appeared on television? You know, the one where he's got the pretty girl and it's a holly jolly Christmas and you know, all that good stuff.
That's the one with the dentist?
Yes, the dentist. I love him. Yes.
You know what the dentist's name was?
Oh my God, I totally missed. No.
I'm giving you a trivia question.
Oh God, I should know this. I know it's Yukon Cornelius is the guy who does the other stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that who's the elf?
The dentist is...
It's like Dennis or something?
No.
Tell me. Hermie, that's right. Danielle Hill, I love you, 1975. That is not when I was born, but you are a sweetheart. But I love you for the guess. 1964. You're absolutely right, Danielle. 1964 is when Rudolph first appeared. So good for you. Good. All right. So the second one is two of Santa's reindeer are named after weather phenomenon. Name them. So two of them are named after weather phenomenon. See, Danielle, you tried. I appreciate it. 1975. You would have gotten a golden ticket if you said 85. I'm kidding. So two of the reindeer are named after weather phenomenon. So we'll keep going so I know you guys whoever's on here is probably looking up the answer, which is fine. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you the answer in a minute. Which country did St. Nicholas originally belong to? So that's St. Nick. He's got a million different names. He actually came from a country. There's actually a real St. Nicholas that's I believe in the Catholic Church. He's a saint. But he was a man that lived in the 6th century, something crazy like that. So we want to know the answer to that. Dasher Comet. No, but that's a good guess. Think names that sound super German. I'm going to have to give it to you because they do. They sound German. So there's two reindeer who definitely have a little more of a German, and because the answer is definitely they have German backgrounds, and that's where the names come from. That's where the weather phenomenon are. Phenomena. Can't even say it. All right, you do the next.
Which Christmas song made its first appearance in Billboard's top 10 this week?
So this Christmas song has been around a while. It's not like a White Christmas, but it's been around a while. But this week is the first week ever since its release that it actually made it into the Billboard Top 100's top 10. And it was all over. I'm a big Billboard fan because I used to work in a music store. I don't know if you knew that. Oh, yes. I worked in Musicland in the Fashion Square Mall, which doesn't even exist. That's how I know all the songs. Every song. That's how I tortured my kids in the pool when they were growing up. We had to do trivia, whether they wanted to or not. So which song this week premiered in the top 10 for the first time since its release? It's one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorites. Who needs hints? We have people on here. Come on, people. You have to Google faster. All right, so I'm gonna give you time to look up your answers because there's gonna be people that are gonna respond to me later. So I've given you the questions. You know them. Jason Perez just joined. Hey, Jay. You guys have been an amazing support system for me since August. It's just been phenomenal, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. 2017 has been amazing mainly for that reason, because, man, I think we could all agree 2017 has been a challenge on 1,000 different levels.
Absolutely.
I just had to do for an article in one of the magazines coming out downtown. They asked me to say what I was most grateful for. I love you too, Danielle. And of course I said family, health, friends, abundance. But I'm very thankful for my biggest surprise of 2017, which is the TED Show and all the support and how it has helped bring a lot of people together, how it's done great business for me and great business for the people who have been involved in it. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It's been a fantastic run. And so we're going to make 2018 even better. It's going to be amazing. So thank you so much for all your help. Welcome. Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You can still answer the questions. Listen to that part of the show. I've got great prizes to give away. We already know Danielle Hill's got one of them. So listen to the last part of the show so you guys can get it. We love you very much. We'll see you just in a few more minutes. I've got a realtor coming on for episode 86. So please stay tuned. I'm probably going to see if I can get Yvonne to stay if she's got time. But we love you. Thank you so much. And now we have to do, how do you turn that one off? Oh, end. All right. So you're going to hit end at the top and I'm going to hit finish here.
Sounds good.
All right. Sounds wonderful. All right. We love you guys. Thank you.